Desiree Taylor, and this is my week one discussion for EDUU 643. Um, and the first question says to introduce yourself, tell the class a little bit about why you're enrolling in this program, a little bit about yourself, your work. I am a director of a preschool in Paris, California. I've been doing this in the director position for about a year, a little over a year. But I've been at this facility this would be my third year at this facility. And let's see. So my work. A little bit about myself. I gosh. I I like to work out. I have 3 kids. I'm married. And I feel like I've been going to school forever. And so my reasons for enrolling in this program is because I really want to help other teachers and help other early childhood professionals in their learning their process, and how to advocate for their programs and how to advocate for their classrooms and best practices and classroom environments and curriculum. I just really want to work with teachers, and so I think I'm really headed towards either professional development or being a professor. I really want to do both because like I said, I really like working with teachers. I really like helping to build the profession, and just making sure that we have high quality teachers. I think something that we've learned all the way getting up to this point, we know that high quality education is really important, not just the center itself but also the teachers. And so I just want to make sure that we are getting the best teachers available into these programs. So that's where I really feel like I really want to work there with teachers. Okay, so it says, number 2, given what you already know about quality improvement, talk about how the readings impact your thinking. Do you agree or disagree with Douglas' premise that most of what is offered as quality improvement and professional development shuts out the possibility that early educators can be leaders and agents of change? Why or why not? So I had to go and really reread it because I wasn't really sure what it was asking. So I went back to read it on page 67. It says one way to cultivate diverse leadership within the field is to ensure that early educators have access to leadership development programs and support systems, but that's not the only way to cultivate leadership. Educators are often treated as passive adopters of change rather than the architects and co-creators of it. So what's being said here is that educators are not really in charge of the change as a whole, as an entirety. They're not in charge of that change. They're just kind of given change within their realm or within their classroom or maybe within their program. They're not given really the reins to change the whole system. And that's what it's saying, and I do agree with that, because I just as I get deeper into this program, and the more that I'm starting to learn about you know laws and regulations and all of that, it's just education is very political. It's become very political. to the point where they were, I know for, school systems, they're, offering monetary rewards for children, for students when they test well. And so, I mean, test scores. It's starting to turn into, they want quantitative results, not qualitative results. They want to see numbers. They want to see, test scores, and it's like taking the personality out of it, and so it just becomes very political, and the teachers, the educators are just not, unless they, start to get onto the school boards and they start to get into these tables where they can actually have a say and talk about these and have a voice for these issues. I just feel like, yeah, educators really aren't going to have much of a say. They're just going to have to do what's told to them. So I would agree with that. Okay, so the next question says, how could you use the Breakthrough Series collaborative approach to engage your staff, parents, and stakeholders in improvements based on your vision at your organization? So again, I went ahead and did a little bit of, deeper reading. On page 70, it says the Breakthrough Series Collaborative is a method for learning how to make improvements. It was designed to bridge the gap between knowledge and practice by creating a structure in which teams and organizations can learn from one another in order to create lasting improvement. And then I also read, it says what happens in a BSc. Because a BSc involves bringing together multiple ECE programs, an organizing body typically coordinates the overall process. It first identifies the area or topic that will be the focus for improvement, which usually there's one identified and desired to make improvements, and one is responsive to and shaped by the needs of those who want to participate. So, okay, so my vision from my 640 class was to make quality early childhood education available to all children, regardless of their economic situation, in a neighborhood that is close to them. One of the things that I am seeing a lot of is that, sometimes there's programs that are not close by, and maybe the programs that are close by are not high quality. And then I'm also noticing that some families, some families qualify, and then some families who are just on the, on the edge, maybe they got a new job or maybe they got put on full time. Well, now they don't qualify for the free childcare anymore. So now they'd have to pay for it and they can't afford it. So it's kind of like they're getting punished because they're trying to do better. And so now they don't get free childcare. So, I want to ensure that all children can receive quality childcare regardless of their income in a neighborhood that's close to them. And so using the BSc, I guess I would have to, collaborate with, it says engage staff, parents, and stakeholders. So I guess talking with the staff, obviously with the staff, you would, we want high quality. So that means my program in particular, all of my teachers are unit teachers. None of them have an associate's yet. And so I know once we start talking about quality, we're talking about associates and bachelor's degrees. And so, that would have to be something for them that they would have to continue at school. Parents, I think we would have to kind of do a survey to see what it is that, they qualify for, if they're able to qualify for any, subsidy payments. my program in particular, we have a lot of teacher families because we have a few schools in the area. And so we get a lot of teacher families that can afford to pay out of pocket. But I don't think just because they can afford to pay out of pocket, I don't think that means that, they shouldn't be offered free, school for their children. And so I think kind of like talking with the parents and kind of seeing what it is that their needs are and what their concerns are. So, we would have to talk, we would have to communicate together and see what it is that, what is the most, like it says focus for improvement. It says usually one where there is an identified need. So we would have to find out what the identified need is, which is childcare. We know that, but how can we facilitate that? So we need to figure out how we're going to facilitate that. And then so for the stakeholders, I am a faith-based program. So, I have on my administrative board, it's myself, the bookkeeper, and the pastor. And so I guess just in working with them, they really give me the reins. They give me a lot of control. They're really, I tell them what I want to do and they support it. And so, but it would be good to hear, their thoughts, as stakeholders, what their thoughts are and what they think would be, a help in, getting the vision of quality childcare to the families out here in Paris, because we are in a needy area. We do have a lot of low income families out here, so it is a need out here. And that is it. Thank you.